Hi there, thanks for joining us on TCM. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. In June 1953, Elizabeth II was crowned Queen of England. As you might expect, coronation fever was rampant on both sides of the Atlantic, and Hollywood was eager to jump on the royal bandwagon. Well, up next today, from the spring of 1953, it's Young Bess, MGM's lavish retelling of the life of England's first Queen Elizabeth, who reigned from 1558 until her death in 1603. The film begins shortly before an older Bess inherits the throne, and the story unfolds in flashback, giving us a somewhat fictionalized, but not altogether untrue, portrait of Elizabeth's fascinating life. When she was 2.5, for example, her father, King Henry VIII, had her mother, Anne Boleyn, executed, head chopped off, and Elizabeth grew up in exile, seeing the king and any number of his 4 subsequent wives only occasionally. Also, it's a total bummer when your dad, the king, has your mom decapitated on trumped-up treason charges. However, despite all that, through an odd series of circumstances, Elizabeth rose to become queen. In the 1950s, nobody could tell a story like that the way MGM could. These types of films, historical dramas, sometimes called costume dramas, featured elegant wardrobes and lavish sets with epic orchestral scores. The cast is first-rate as well, led by Jean Simmons and her husband at the time, Stuart Granger. It also features Deborah Kerr and Charles Laughton playing King Henry VIII on screen for the second time. Released on May 29, 1953, perfectly timed to coincide with Queen Elizabeth II's coronation just 3 days later. Here's Young Bess.